So, the Bhagavad Gita, you know, I've been thinking about starting this series for a while now. And honestly, I kept putting it off because there's this weight to it, right? Like, like how do you talk about something that's been discussed, analyzed, and debated for thousands of years without sounding like you're giving a lecture? But here's the thing I realized. The Gita isn't meant to be this distant, heavy scripture that you approach with fear. It's actually surprisingly practical. And here's what really struck me. The Bhagavad Gita doesn't begin in peace. It doesn't begin in silence or meditation. It begins in the middle of a crisis. Two armies stand facing each other, ready for war. Everything is prepared. The formations are set. The strategies are in place. Nothing is uncertain except one thing. What is the right thing to do? Arjun is standing there between the two sides. On one side are warriors he must fight, and on the other side are people he has grown up with, teachers, relatives, people he respects. Now, this is important to understand. Arjun is not weak. He's not inexperienced. Actually, he's one of the most capable warriors of his time. And yet, in this moment, something happens. He asks the chariot to stop. Not because he wants to run away or because he's afraid of war, but because he needs to look to really see who is standing in front of him. And as he looks, the conflict shifts. The battle outside is still waiting, but another battle has already begun inside him. A battle between what is expected of him and what feels impossible to accept, between duty and attachment, between action and emotion. Sounds familiar, right? Maybe not the battlefield part, of course, but that feeling of being stuck between what you're supposed to do and what feels right. That confusion when every choice seems wrong. This is where the Bhagavad Gita truly begins. Not with answers, not with philosophy, and not with instructions, but with confusion. And this confusion is not flaw in Arjun's character. It is the starting point of the entire conversation. Because you know what? Clarity does not come before confusion. It comes through it. Before any teaching is given, before any wisdom is shared, we are asked to sit with this moment, a moment where everything is ready to move forward, but the mind is not. Something inside Arjun is tightening. Something is slipping out of control. And before the first weapon is raised, before the war even begins, something inside him is about to break. And there comes Krishna. Krishna doesn't start with philosophy. He doesn't immediately offer solutions. He starts by essentially saying, Arjun, get up. Let's talk about what's really going on here. And that's what I want to do with this series. Not preach, not pretend that, oh yeah, I have all the answers, but just observe what's actually being said. Look at these conversations between Krishna and Arjun like we are sitting there too, trying to figure out what it means for us. Because here's what I've noticed. The Gita doesn't tell you what to think. It asks you to think. Big difference, right? So, in the coming episodes, we'll go through this dialogue, not verse by verse in some mechanical way, but as a conversation. We'll pause where it gets interesting, we'll ask the uncomfortable questions, and we'll see how something written in another era somehow speaks to the exact confusion we feel today. No Sanskrit you need to memorize, no test, just exploration. So if you're here because you're curious or confused or just want to see what the fuss is about, welcome. Let's figure this out together. So in next episode, we'll dive deeper into Arjun's crisis. What exactly broke inside him? And why does it matter to us? See you then.